Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Jahaz Sbi'i again, and today I'm here. Hello everyone, this is Ahmed Jahaz Sbi'i again, and today I'm coming with some information regarding NFPA 1 or the National Fire Protection Association's fire code. So I'm gonna speak a little bit about the scope, the purpose of NFPA 1, the application, and a few other things that I think it's important for us to understand, especially the people who are not familiar with how NFPA codes and standards are written. And we're going to talk about one important topic found in NFPA 1, although all of the topics included in this document is very important. NFPA 1 is considered the father of all codes and standards, NFPA codes and standards, and it covers a, a broad range of topics. It covers most of the matters that's related to fire protection, life safety, and uh, uh, property protection or building protection. This includes building features, the occupancies, the systems, fire protection systems within that building, uh, administration requirements, fire incident investigation, storage use, and on-site transportation of flammable combustible liquids, gases, or any other hazardous material, building rehabilitation. So a broad list of topics. Well, the intent, the purpose of NFPA 25 is to provide minimum requirements uh, to establish a reasonable level or reasonable degree of protection from fire and the hazards associated with fire, explosion, smoke, heat, and other protection against other dangerous um, conditions. So it applies, the requirements of NFPA 1 applies for both new and existing buildings. So let's explain the difference between a new or an existing building. A new building is a building either constructed or approved to be constructed after adopting the current or a specific code edition. An existing building is a building that is constructed or approved to be constructed prior to the adoption of the current edition of the code or that specific edition of the code. A new building will have to comply with the requirements of the current edition of the code. The existing building does not have to comply. However, there are certain conditions, circumstances, and situations um, for retroactivity, retrofitting, and things like that. But in general, it doesn't have to comply with the current edition of the code that has been adopted. Uh, One important thing, just just a general information regarding all or how NFPA codes and standards are written, especially codes and standards. So in most NFPA documents, there are the chapter side, like the codes and standards. There is the chapter side, and there is the annexes side or the annexes part. Whatever is written or contained or included in the chapter side is mandated, is a requirement. And whatever is included in the annex is non-mandatory. It's not a requirement. However, it is some supplementary information It supplements the requirements found in the chapter side. Illustrations, drawings, case studies, explanation, definitions, clarification, so on and so forth. Things that will help you understand the things that is included, some of the things that is included in the chapter side. It will explain, it will clarify, it will make you understand better what is meant, or how did that requirement came to be. So in my what I encourage people, and what I advise them to do is to explore the information in the annex part of the document. It will enhance their understanding. If you understand the requirement very well, you will be able to apply it correctly. And this is our ultimate goal: to understand the requirement, the things that is found in the chapter side very well, that enable us to apply it correctly in the field or in our job. So as I said, there is a lot of important topics in NFPA 1, but I want to speak here today about one topic found in Chapter 18. Chapter 18 covers the fire department access and the water supply. It covers the fire department access, all matters, fire apparatus, access road, marking, clearance, width, spacing, so on and so forth. It covers water supplies for manual firefighting. It covers hydrant spacing, so on. So all important matters. However, today I'm going to speak about one topic, which is the fire department access, or the fire apparatus access road. So let me start with what is the fire apparatus access road. It is a road or other kind of means that allows access for firefighting apparatus and rescue apparatus to that facility or that building, and to enable them to set up their operation. Now, it can be a road, it can be a private or public road, it can be a parking lot, it can be other things. But it has to comply with the requirements found in Chapter 18 of NFPA 1 to facilitate the access of the fire apparatus. So the fire apparatus access road, as required by NFPA 1 Chapter 18, shall be extended to within 15 meters from at least one exterior door of that building that leads to the interior of that building. Not all of the doors, at least one. At least one exterior door. And shall be designed to provide or to extend within 46 meters from any part, from any point of the exterior wall of that building, the first floor exterior wall of that building. So this condition when the building is not protected with a sprinkler system. However, if that building was protected with a sprinkler system, this 64 meters can be extended to 137 meters. Now, if that building was a family house, a 1 or 2 family dwelling, or a townhouse, the 15 meters can be allowed to extend to 46 meters if that family house is protected with a an approved automatic fire sprinkler system. So this is the main, or some of the requirements regarding the distances between the fire apparatus access road to the actual building or the exterior doors or the exterior wall of that buildings. Now, let's go ahead and see what else is required when it comes to the fire apparatus access road. So as we said here, as I mentioned earlier, that this is the exterior door and it shall not be more than 50 meters from the fire apparatus access road, or it can be 46 meters if the building was a family house, 1 or 2 family dwelling or townhouse that is protected with a sprinkler system. It can be extended to 46 meters, and the exterior door, exterior wall of that building shall not any point from that exterior wall of that building of the first floor shall not be more than 46 meters from the access road. This can be extended to 137 if the building was protected with an approved automatic sprinkler system or sprinkled, or the system or the building was sprinkled. Now, let's go to the dimensions of the fire department access road. In width, ladies and gentlemen, it shall not be less than 6.1 meters or 20 feet. And in vertical clearance of unobstructed width and unobstructed vertical clearance, it shall not be less than 4.1 meters. So this is the requirement for the dimensions. Now, let's say there is one important aspect also. If that fire department access is a dead end, so a dead end fire department access. So if that dead end fire department access extends to more than 46 meters, then it is required to have a facility for that fire apparatus to turn around. This can be a T turn or can be a Y turn. So this is the information that I want to share with you here today. In the subsequent videos, inshallah, I will include more important information when it comes to the fire department, from grade, the fire lane marking. By the way, NFPA 1 does not require you to mark the fire lanes. However, it tells you if the AHJ or the local authority requires it, you will find the requirement for the marking of the fire lanes in Chapter 18 of NFPA 1. Now, also in the next videos, I will be speaking about things like the grade, the surfaces, and things like that. I will include also the other requirements found in NFPA 1, Chapter 18, when it comes to water supply, fire flow, and the spacing of fire hydrants. Thank you all for your patience. Stay tuned for the next video. Thank you all.